Oh, take the volume down. Is that it? Are we live? Can't make
I
me
have
mind
no
it.
idea. Live. Must be because I had an echo in my ear then.
Oh, we're live. Yes, we're live. Good evening. Good evening.
Good evening, chat.
Good Bank Holiday Monday. Dear me.
Get all your markings for Bank Holiday
Holiday
Monday.
And have we got one on Friday? Friday and next Monday?
No, you've got next Monday and then you've got the end of the month Monday.
Oh, I thought we got... right.
No, we've not got Friday. You're off anyway, Simon.
I know, I thought they were Friday off.
Bank Holiday Mondays and Fridays don't make any difference to you. This is a normal day.
I know. I was tracking days, me.
Exactly. So there's no every day is a bank holiday for you. But yes, no, it's not Friday. It's Monday this week, Monday next week, and then 2 weeks' time it's Monday again.
They're all coming in from Laid Back Vape Show. Chewing a fat with Craig and Kenny. Good evening, Squire. Mr. Benny Vapes up the top. We've got Steam Pugs. Good evening, Steam Pugs. The Late Night Vape Show. Mickey Love. Hey up, sons. Kim McIntyre. Evening. Vaping Snowman. Good evening. We've got Mr. Nevins. John the Vaping Joker. Good evening. Luke LPC Vapes. Good evening. Mr. Inchcliffe Whoppers. He'll be shouting at me now. Miss Lynn Smith with the curtains. Good evening, Lynn. Got Mr. Mark Smith. Good evening. They're all popping in. Right, we'll have to go because we've only got an hour to go out. Kenny 2023. Foxy, that's a new name. Nicky Maynard. Good evening. I better get the right intro up, so we'll crack on with intro. Bum, bum, bum. Good evening. Well, this looks strange, this, isn't it? Just too on.
Yeah.
So, good evening, everybody in chat. Welcome to episode 2 of One to One with Savage. And tonight's guest is the one and only Mr. Benny Vapes.
Good evening.
Acker Benny Tech Services. And Acker, the fastest milkman in the West.
He is, yes. I was.
And the title is Benny's Oddball Tech Services.
Yes.
Do you know what the oddball is?
Well, obviously it's rugby.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair play.
Could be blokes with funny shaped balls.
Oh, that's it. So we'll crack on. What are you vaping on, Benny?
Just my normal. I've got Gua 21 with the original Arbor on top, and inside that I've got some Black Rose Elixir, Black Abyss.
Nice.
I'm also on the box.
Oh, yeah, no,
inside that. All right, mate. Yeah. All right, yeah, I like it. I haven't put the bridge in yet. I'm still using the coils. I've got the Nautilus coil in this at the moment.
Cubics in mine.
Yeah, I got the cubics.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it's all right, that cubics. I've seen these on. I've seen these this week somewhere on sale for £29. If you want to
Nature Vape's got them for 30.
Yeah, cracking there.
Nature Vape's got them in as well. So, JVJ, you all right, mate? So I'm on that, and inside that I've got some Cuban. It's custard Cuban, but I don't know what bottle. I got it at a little 10ml concentrate, and I don't know what I've done with it. I think I threw the bottle away, but it's in a irresistible cherry. It's in there, but it's not irresistible cherry. It's a Cuban tobacco, so which is quite nice.
Is that all you're on?
Yeah, we don't have to have massive buffets like you lot.
I'm
professional. Professional.
So Oxford Velocity LE Podrock kit. And inside of that, got some Cherry Good Cherry Ice. And that is the Loco, which is cherry, plum, aniseed, and a little dash of ice. Very nice. Them are available at Wick Liquor and at I Fancy One. So there's 4.
Is it a Wick Liquor? Is it a Wick Liquor brand? Is it?
Yeah,
it's their own thing, like the Spurgo do.
It's with BKS, which are
right.
That wholesale supplier. So it's like a collaboration.
Right.
So very, very nice though. Likewise, the box with a cubics inside of that, and I've got some Element e-liquid, and that's absinthe tobacco, which I've been.
Wow.
I got that from Vaping Answer, and I think I paid £4 for that.
It's a good juice, Vaping Answer.
It's in date, so I'm liking that. And then I've got my little Billy bargain I got from Craig's son. So that is the .IAO V2 light, and it's got the Bishop Duck Cubed RBA inside of that. And inside of that, got some Bessig liquid. And I don't like these labels. It's bloody black peeling off.
Yeah, they're not best, are they?
Some cherry pipe tobacco. So that's what I'm on. So not like Saturday, you see. So then we'll have a bit of an interrogation with you. So we'll start right at the beginning, Benny. So take it, you're born and bred Leeds. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I am, yes.
Yes.
I was born in Chapel Allerton Hospital.
Chapel Allerton.
Chapel Allerton, yes.
Chapel Allerton Hospital.
Right.
So, yeah, Yorkshire man like me. You're only 11 mile down road.
That 11 mile takes you an hour.
Oh, it's bloody roadworks, isn't it? Hey?
Yeah, exactly. 11 mile, and it takes an hour. How does that work?
So then, you're just a bit younger than me, but about, I can't remember, 10 years younger than me, are you?
Well, if you were born in 62,
yeah,
I was born in 72, so yes, you're 10 years older than me.
10 years. So then, going back to the early childhood memories, what do you remember from very young age? Can you remember your grandma, your granddad?
Well, my grandma and granddad didn't die till I was. My granddad died when I was 15.
Right.
And my grandma died when I was 23.
Right. A bit like me. My grandma and my granddad brought me up at younger age when my mum and dad were out working. So I got really fond of my grandma and my granddad. So you didn't have it. You wanting a back-to-back like me? Again,
no. We was in. I'm from a council estate. I'm in a what is it? A 1 up, 1 down flat. So there's an house above and an house below. So that's where my mum lives in exactly the same. She lives around the corner from where my grandma lives. My auntie lives above where my grandma lives, and my uncle lives where my grandma lives. So they all live next door to each other.
Right.
Yeah.
So what do you remember of your school days, early age?
School days? See, we can go into there because I was a fat lad, right? I'll be honest. I'll be honest with you. I was a fat lad. I'm not going to. I had to be put on a diet by hospital when I was 9. When I was 9, I got put on a diet. Honestly, I got put on a diet at 9 by dietitian at hospital, and I had to have my meals. Because obviously them days you had. I don't know if you did. You have free school meals?
No.
I'm from a poor estate.
I come over for me dinner.
Oh no, I'm in a poor estate, so I got free school meals in primary because mine went primary, middle, and then high.
Did you go back? Were you last at queue and then you go for seconds for puddings? Is that how you got?
No, because I couldn't. No, because I was just a fat lad. My mum, because I'm an only child, so my mum obviously feeds me. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I was quite a fat lad. I got spoiled.
Did you get picked on then?
Yes. Yeah.
Did you have a nickname back then if you You don't mind telling us?
Yeah, fat bastard.
Oh, Jesus.
That's what most people called you then. Yeah, fat bastard.
So, how did you get on with your schoolwork? Did you enjoy school subjects or
No,
not academically?
I'm not. Yeah, hey, Danny, you all right, mate?
No, Danny's a big guy.
A distinguished gentleman. No, mate, I'm not. So yeah, I was school were hard. And middle school, it's probably up till the last year of middle school was hard because, like I say, I went on this diet, got put in by hospital, med to go on a diet. So my free school meals was a salad and an apple, and that was made by the school medic, and everybody else were having chocolate pudding and things like that. I had to have an apple, so I had an apple every day. And fucking
did it work? Did you lose weight?
Yeah, mate. Yeah. I was probably about, when I went 9, 10, I probably about 15 stone then.
Bloody hell.
So, and I went down to 9.5.
Wow.
So yeah, it worked. So yeah, and that was when I got a bit more confidence then. And then school bully pulled a knife on me, and I'd been doing judo in youth club, so I knocked the pony out of him.
Fair play. So
then,
did you? I take it you got into sports at school then, rugby?
No, see, because I was fat. Because I was a fat lad.
Right.
I couldn't. I was the last person to get picked, so I'd be put in goal. Or do you know what I mean? They put the fat lad in goals, don't you?
Yeah.
So he's not going to play out, so he put your fat lad in goal. So I was always in goal. When I was there. And then when I get to high school, you're sort of finding your feet then, aren't you? In high school, do you know what I mean? And I didn't start playing rugby. It was by coincidence. It was. I'd gone to watch one of my mates go play rugby training. He just started rugby training. He used to do cricket and then went rugby training. I'd known for years. And he started there. So I went over to watch him. And one of the guys said to me, "Oh, you're the big lad. Do you fancy training?" And I'm like, I've never touched him. I think I was 13 then.
Right.
So that I got into it by accident. So
right.
So yeah, so that's why I got in. So I got into rugby. So no, I wasn't an athletic person.
So what were your favourite subjects then? Or did you have any school?
Well, high school. I did fuck all at high school, mate. Honestly, I'm thick as pig shit. I'll tell you that. I was thick as pig shit at school. I liked history. History were all right, and computer studies, but I didn't really get it because I was thick at maths.
Computer studies, bloody hell! They'd have everyone now.
Well, it's computer. It'd only just come in, so I thought it was going to be because I got an Atari and all this lot and computer, and I thought we were going to be playing games all day. No, we're learning binary code. If you're shit at maths, you can't do binary code.
Well, I'm crap at maths. Spelling and maths, mate. They tested them subjects.
Yeah. So I wasn't very good at school. I was mediocre. I could hold my head up. I was in the middle.
So you were glad when you left. Then you were glad when you left. Couldn't get out of that
I went back to sixth form.
Oh, did you? Yeah. Oh, electrical.
No, at school. No, at school. I didn't have a fucking clue what I was going to do. I literally didn't have a Scooby-Doo what I was going to do when I left school. So I was sort of, end of term comes, you sign all your shirts and think, fuck, what am I going to do for the rest of my life? And I didn't know what I was going to do because my grades were shit. At that time, so I could have gone on a YTS and dug an hole for Henry Boot. That was probably my biggest option. Would go do a Henry Boot digging a hole. So I thought, fuck that, I'm not digging holes for the rest of my life. Right. So I went back and went back to sixth form and did fuck all again.
Oh God! Oh dear! How do you get cards?
Played cards in sixth form. That's what we did.
Well, how do you get into the electrical side of things?
Well, I didn't. I'm a gas fitter. A gas fitter.
Oh, gas fitter. You must have gone to tech for that then.
I did, yeah, but that was through. If he were alive now and I could meet him, I'd say thank you very much. It was my my maths teacher.
Right.
That came over to me in the middle of the class, tapped me on the shoulder, and said, "What are you going to do with the rest of your life?" And I went, "Sir, I haven't got a fucking clue." And he said, well, my next door neighbour is looking for an apprentice. And I've got his details and I've said to him that he was asking for someone and I'm going to tell him that you're going to give him a ring and you're going to make an appointment to go see him.
Right.
So, and that's how I got my apprenticeship through my history teacher, my maths teacher. So if it hadn't been for him, I wouldn't have been, I don't know, I'd have been probably arrested junkies on fucking council estate, smashing cars up and getting pissed up.
So you started on that, and then how did you get into milkman trade then?
So I did my apprenticeship. My apprenticeship was 4 years. My first year, 6 months was, if people who was older, they said, well, YTS. I don't know if everybody did YTSs. What sort? They're asking questions. You have to reach out because people are asking questions.
No, Mick says I've got to concentrate on you. He says, don't put any questions up. He says,
is that why they put in salad cream? Is that why they put in what sauce you put on your fish fingers and all this lot?
Jesus Christ.
Exactly. Yeah. So I went there. They gave me a YTS, and it was £26 a week. I paid a fiver to my mum and I had 21 quid for myself.
Scott did it right.
Yeah, YTS. Yeah. So I did a YTS, and then I got indentured once they said, yeah, you were all right. So I did 6 months for that, and then I got a 4-year apprenticeship. And went to college for 4 years, and then came out of my time. And it was I just come out of my time when the building trade went ass over tit,
right?
And all the big building trade it'll be about 93. All the big building companies just went fucking ass over tit. Everybody was shutting down, and they made me redundant. So, like a young lad at 21, I went on the piss for 6 months.
Oh, out of redundancy.
Out of redundancy, yeah. I went on piss for 6 months. They do fuck
I take it, were you living at home? Were you paying your mum board then? Oh, no, I was paying my mum.
I had my own house. Bought my own house at 19.
No. All right, good lad.
Yeah, bought my own house at 19. Went on piss for 6 months. I thought, fuck, I ain't paying my mortgage for 6 months.
Jesus. God. Oh, dear.
And then thought, fuck, I need a job. And I didn't want to go. 6 months. That's all me and Brent. That's all. I only got like $3,000. So I went and looked for a job and decided that I wasn't going to do pipe fitting anymore because it nearly fucking. When I came out of my time, it was shit because it went hard. It went hard with that. I nearly had a breakdown and everything like so. Yeah, it won't good.
So how did you like the early mornings with milk then?
Oh, that were great. It was great. Friday night were a bit shit because you couldn't go out on a Friday night. But yeah, I did that for a year. I
did that as a when about 11 till 16, mate, part-time job.
I did it 14 till 17 till 18
on the old electric express milk.
No, he had a van. So I did it 14 till 18. I did that on a Saturday morning. Yeah.
So then, what about your teenage years? Then were you a bit rebellious?
No, mate, I wasn't at 16. No, I didn't. All my mates were going out at 16 into Leeds, and my mum was a bit protective, so I couldn't go out. But I had a couple of mates that was older than me, so I went out with them instead of with rugby lads. It's a bit shit because all them are going with older rugby lads into Leeds and getting pissed, and I couldn't go. So I went to local, like you do. So went to local pub at 15.
Do you remember?
Had my 16th.
First, what price at pint? Do you remember?
My first pint was 83p. 83p, and then it went up to 87. Then it went up to 91, and then it went up to 95. And everybody kicked off saying, "If it gets to £1, I'm not coming out anymore."
Yeah. We're at Tetley pub.
Yeah, we're Tetley pub. Yeah. Yeah. When they had Skull. Skull.
Were it an oldie weldy one? Like I used to go in the tap room, Domino's.
I had the tap room. Because they all had tap rooms and Domino's. But it was done out. It was nice. It used to be where people used to go. They had strippers on.
It'd be on straight that then.
They had strippers on a fucking. So at 15, when you're going into strippers, it was all right on a Monday night. No, mate. I was shy kid at back with DJ. But I had my 16th birthday in that pub, and the DJ, I'm bearing in mind, I've been going in a year, and the DJ, as soon as I walked in the door, played Only 16, Only 16.
They didn't used to bother back in that day, did they?
Well, didn't it? Would she was quite well known with landlady around Leeds, called Kathy Sims, and yeah, she didn't take any shit at all like that. And she used to tell us that if they got, because they had this, they used to ring round all pubs. Yeah, 5 shillings and 6pence. I can bet it was.
Mine was 52p, I think mine was. That's what Kim said. It's the only one here who doesn't understand half of this. Oh, dear. It's so
too young to understand half of this.
You wanted a gang then? A gang at all?
No. I won't like that.
Mods and Rockies and punks.
No, none of that. I didn't like I say I didn't have a lot of interaction with people when I was younger, because obviously I got picked on and that. And then obviously when I got older, we had a few of us that played football when I got into my teens, and then they sort of drifted off. They went and did other things. I went to rugby, and then I stuck with my couple of mates that were older. There were like 4 of us that used to knock around. And then, so yeah, I didn't really go into all that.
Well, Graham asked me to ask you about your clubbing days.
My clubbing days were all right. We used to go to fucking my bastard mates. They went on an 1830 holiday and left me.
Left you?
Yeah, left me. They didn't leave me on holiday. They didn't take me with them.
Oh,
the fuckers.
Yeah.
They didn't even ask me.
Right, you got short hands in one pocket.
Yeah, well, basically, yeah. What had happened is they'd gone out and had a beer without me and arranged this to go on an 1830s holiday, and didn't think I could afford it. So because I was only one that had my own house at that thing. And then so they booked it all and then fucking didn't go with me. Oh, so I didn't have a lads holiday, bastards.
Yeah,
okay, I was gutted, honestly. And then they came to me just before they were going. One of the lads dropped out, and I'm like, so they went, "Oh, we've got a spare place. Do you want to come?" I went, "No, you didn't ask me at first time, you fuckers. I'm not coming now, bastards." So they went to a brief for fucking clubbing.
All right. So did you go clubbing in Leeds then?
Yes, yeah, we went clubbing in Leeds. Yeah, went Jumping Jacks and places like that in Leeds. So yeah. Yeah, you have Old Town and New Town in Leeds. If you ever come to Leeds, you have an Old Town and New Town. Old Town is, like it says, Old Town, and New Town is where they've done all it up now.
Cheers,
yeah, exactly, Scott. I didn't go. Yeah, you've got a super chat.
Oh, cheers, Mick 199. I'll bust your ducks, son.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Scott, my regret was that not doing 1830 because the bastard left me.
I never went to note like that. No.
Yeah, but you were married young though, weren't you? So
no, 20. What, hang on, you're asking me now. 23.
So you were married when it went 18 to 30, weren't you? So you want to call on one of them?
Oh yeah. No, I didn't. No, I were in Scouts, you see. Led a sheltered life, mate. Were you in Cubs at Scouts?
I was in Cubs, yes. I was in Cubs.
You get a little tweet.
No, I wasn't. I didn't have a one because my mum's boyfriend was the scout leader.
Oh.
So no, I didn't have my nipples tweaked. He was tweaking my mum's instead.
Oh, right.
But yeah, I did Scouts. I did Cubs and then Scouts. So I did all that.
17, no one. No one, be 40. Is it 41, 40 years a share? So what's that then? 20. Yeah, if he's 21, I got married. 21. So,
right.
Yeah, it'd be 61. Yeah, it'd be 40 years a share. Bloody hell. You don't get that from bloody murder, do you?
No, exactly. You'd have been out by now.
Bloody hell, fire. Music. What can you remember your first record single you bought?
It might sound a bit cheesy, but the first ever single that I bought was for a girl.
Ooh, oh.
And it was, do you know Karate Kid? I am your man, the will fight. Yeah. I bought that on a 12-inch single.
Oh.
That was my first ever single that I bought. First ever music that I bought.
What do you have from Woolworths?
No, I got it from HMV.
HMV.
When they had booths that you could go into and listen to.
Oh, listen to
music. Yeah. Somewhere I've got the third issue, the one that was released in Virgin. Was it Virgin HMV? No, Virgin. It would have been Virgin where I bought it from because I've got the first ever. I've got the first ever release of Viz comic when they released it because it was a up in Newcastle. It was a college thing, and they took it over about issue 10 or something.
Bloody hell, Nevins, give up.
And I bought my first ever condoms in there as well. You know when Virgin condoms came out? Do you know when Virgin condoms came out?
No,
if you remember that. Virgin condoms, you could get them in a little tin. They're called Mates condoms.
Oh, right.
Mates condoms were from Virgin. You could go in there and buy them in a little tin. A little fucking thing.
I do one there.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez, Matt.
Yeah, I had to give it 6 times. I did, Kim, to be honest with you. Just to make sure.
Dear me. So, all right. Hobbies. What hobbies have we got besides the vaping scene? Have we got any other hobbies?
No, I don't really. No, I used to do.
You collect out bar. You collect out.
I used to collect stamps when I was a kid.
Oh, I did that when I was a kid.
Because it used to be an in thing. You had to do stamps. I collected comics for a little while. And no computers, because I used to do computer games and that a lot. But as you get older, you don't have time to do hobbies, do you? So, because I do rugby and that, do you know what I mean? So, I don't really have time to do a great deal of all else, to be honest with you. And plus, I work. It's just hobbies don't really come into it. So, play games, games on the computer and that.
Did you get any trials for any like professional rugby or anybody?
No, I did when I was younger. I did. I did I did Leeds and District when I was younger, and then I got my apprenticeship. So I dropped out and didn't start playing back again until I was 21. Dropped out at 17 and started playing again at 21 when I finished my apprenticeship. But at that time I was being a milkman, so I couldn't do Saturdays. So I did Sundays, which is a rite of passage if anybody's played rugby league on a Sunday morning. With all it is just people who are pissed and want to fight.
Oh, from Saturday night.
Yeah, that's it. It was just a fighting league. You just went for the fight on a Sunday.
I think you're a Leeds Rhinos fan then.
Yeah, I like Leeds Rhinos. Yes, I do like Leeds Rhinos. Can't say I don't. Up the liners.
So when last time you went to a game then?
Boxing Day. I don't go that often. I went Boxing Day. I go to see them play Wakey. So I go see all new kids going out and that long when they put thing out. But I don't go religiously. It's 20 odd quid now to go to a game.
20 odd quid.
Yeah, it's about 26 quid, 27 quid.
Ooh, bloody hell!
Oh, that. I'm a Yorkshireman. I've got tight pockets.
I know you have. Have you got a claim to fame?
Have I got a claim to fame? I have been on TV.
Oh, hang on. Oh.
Do you remember? Do you know Zoe Ball? What would her dad called?
Dad. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I always want to call him Bobby Ball. Bobby Ball, but it's not Bobby Ball. It's fucking.
Yeah, he used to do a kids TV show, didn't he?
Yeah, well, he did this one where you sort of blind date. I've had a fucking few of them. Didn't need to go on Cilla Black to have a blind date, mate.
Johnny Ball. Cheers,
it's Johnny Ball. That's the one. So he used to do this show where he did like that sort of audience. It's what
experiment.
Yeah, he'd do maths and things like that. He were on at 6:30 on a fucking.
Well, you're on wrong show there, then, weren't you?
Well, the thing is, he asked me with these blancmange. I always remember I was sat in the audience, and he said, "Can anybody work out?" They did these blancmange, how to get this blancmange from one side to the other without passing over these lumps and jumps and things like that. So I sort of sat there a bit and went, and he went, "Anybody?" And I went, put my hand up, didn't I? And I said, "Yeah." You go, do. And he went, "Yeah, that's right. Can you do it a bit slower?" Because they were recording it. And I'm like, "Yeah, do. And he went, "No, can you do it slower than that?" I'm like, "Fuck me." You know what I mean? So I'm going, "Yeah, move it to the left, move it right, up 2, down 1, left, right." And it would end. So yes, I've been on TV on that.
Oh, that might be.
And I've shot Robbie Williams' hand. Is that
Robbie Williams' hand?
Yes. His concert, Swing. Is it Swing concert?
Ah, right. Claim to fame. Mr. Hinchcliffe wants to ask me, why have you got a tampon in your ear?
Because it's a bleed out of there every month, listening to him. Do you know what I mean? I save it up. You know, listening to him till end of month, and then it just all fucking gushes out. So I've got to soak it up with something.
Right.
No, but it is. I had speakers, and obviously when you got speakers, I'm getting old. I'm getting a little bit Mutt and Jeff. Do you know what I mean? So I miss things. So I decided to put AirPod in, and that's why it's just a cheap one. Just a cheap one.
I'd say you're not like me. You've got a nice head of hair still.
It's fucking going, mate.
Going.
Yeah. Widow's Peak.
What were you like teenager then? Did you have long hair?
I had long hair for about a year, and then someone said I look like my mum.
Oops.
And they asked the milkman that I'm working with who's the new little girl you've got working with you.
Oh, dear.
So I cut it off. Yeah, the girl I was going out with at the time, Strawberry Blonde. It is Strawberry Blonde. It's not ginger. Yes.
Oh, dear. Right. I found out overnight or last night. You're a vast of useless information. You know stuff about.
I know shit. I know shit, mate. I don't know about anything. I know
I'll
shit.
point this up and.
Why they call it Iron Brew? Why it's not called Iron Brew? Why it's spelt different is because there's no iron in it. So they got done for trade description. So they had to change it from iron, and it's not a brew. So they changed it to beer. Instead of beer, it used to be Iron Brew, and they got done for trade because there's no iron in it.
Right. Have you got any more useless facts off the top of your head?
Yeah, one word that made someone £1 million.
Oh, hang on. Anybody in chat? One word.
So there's one word on a product that made a company £1 million when they put it on the product. So it's on a product. It's on a product that Simon can't use it because it's on a product that that they put it on. So that's an answer for you.
Shampoo.
Yes. You look on the bottle, it says repeat. You don't have to repeat. You don't have to wash your hair and repeat it. You wash it once. It's a marketing ploy to make you use more shampoo.
Wow. Thrush cream.
Not thrush cream. You only use that once. Caffeine. No, it's repeat. It's wash and go. It's repeat.
Repeat.
Yeah, you didn't used to have repeat on the bottles of shampoo. And a marketer came up with, I can change your product to more than what, to sort of give you more money if you pay me. And they said, yeah, and they paid him it, and it said repeat.
Right.
So if you look on the bottle, it says repeat. You don't have to wash your hair twice.
Caffeine.
Yeah, you just wash it once.
Fun.
What's it repeating? So yeah, it was repeat.
No. What's it repeated?
Now
then, you're a tight Yorkshireman like myself, and you do like a bargain now and again.
I do.
So what's your latest bargain you've purchased?
For Expo.
Oh.
I've got a new mic. I've got two. I bought two microphones for my show. Work, sleep, repeat. Clinker brush. That's my latest bargain. I've got a clinker brush. Hold up, I don't know where it's gone. Where is it? Oh, here it is. There you go. That's a clinker brush.
Clinker brush.
Yeah, that is. I buy shit. I'm gonna make a what is it up? A channel up of me buying shite because I just buy random shit.
Well, online, you just try what.
I just see it and I think, oh, it's all right. I'll try that. So what this is a brush for your keyboard. Little brush to brush your keyboard, and then a tool for cleaning your earpods, your phone, your microphone jacks.
That looks like a fountain pen. That
it's a little nib, so you can clean your ports out on your phone and your microphone and everything.
How much for that then?
£3.99. Amazon.
Postage and packaging
from Amazon. Got it on Prime.
Nice one.
So what I got my latest for what is it? So my latest purchase is I've bought 2 microphones for when I'm doing my little walk around. I've got this one. This was the more expensive one from Amazon. A little bi-directional microphone. Spins. You can do it that way.
All right.
Or you can push it that way. And it just plugs into your phone. Because people were saying they couldn't hear people when I'm walking around. And the other one is this lapel microphone. So that was 25 quid with that one. This were from eBay. A little lapel microphone.
Right.
It's got a little attachment that goes into the end of your phone.
Oh,
And
wireless.
that was, yeah, wireless.
Oh,
That was £7.49
wow.
on
From
eBay.
China. Were from China? Take a long
No,
time.
no, it came from UK. 3 postage a package for £7.49. And it works really good. I put it in my kitchen and then went into my hallway and recorded on a video, and you could hear it fucking absolutely bob on.
No, so cracking bargains there.
So
Cracking
yeah,
bargains.
£7.49. So I buy random shit. So session Expo Scooter Sensuang United Limited, whatever it is. Expo Scooter Hire Sensuang Limited says,
Extra
Benny, do
Scooter
you think?
License Unlimited.
Yeah, said, do you think Eric Cantona was the best? No. I know why he left. I know why he got sold to Man U rather quickly.
Go on then.
Because he was shagging Gordon Strachan's fucking wife.
Ooh. Ooh.
That is a rumour. It's a rumour. I'm only quoting what people have said.
Yeah.
I'm only quoting what people have said. That's why they got rid of him rather quickly.
Right. Shopping. I'll ask you shopping. What's the last thing you put in your trolley when you went shopping? Your supermarket shop. The last thing you put in your trolley.
I bought some Lidl cornettos.
Little cornettos. Right. More than 99p, Simon Oot. Hang on, Herb Williams. Simon, I have 2 questions. How long did it take Benny to walk you through starting the live stream? And 2, have you asked Benny yet? Would he film your first grandpa porn video?
I'm game. I'm game. We're down for that. I'm down. I'm down for filming that grandpa porn video. As long as it's not 2 grandpas. I'm not into 2 grandpas. A grandpa and a ladyboy, maybe, but not grandpa and a grandpa.
Right. I've come up for a question, and Mick says you need to ask you guess this question every time. So I've come up with one. What is your 3 most prized possessions? So item-wise.
Ooh.
Yep.
Ooh.
Ooh.
So probably my England shirt. Because I've played for England Masters.
Oh, right.
So that is one. Probably my house.
Yes. No,
because I've owned this. I don't own it outright. I have a mortgage, but it's me who pays the mortgage. There's no one else. I live on my own. And third one's a bit harder. Probably me. I don't know. I don't really have a lot of big possessions. You see.
From something small out. Huh?
I don't know. Well, no, that I can say that's fucking my third one. To be honest with you. Probably family.
Fair play. Yeah, fair play that. Fireman Sam, where did that come from?
Little Bro Vapes.
Is that when you had your logo?
Yeah, he said he was showing someone that I was going to be on. They were watching something and I was on, and they said it looked like Fireman Sam.
Right.
So a little kid came in and said, "That's Fireman Sam. It's Fireman Sam on TV." So he said, "So that's where Fireman Sam came from." What about my hair? Yeah, my hair is quite prized possession.
Oh, your hair. Jesus Christ. Are you a religious person?
No, not really, mate. Not really.
No.
I used to go to church. Obviously, when you're in scouts and that, you have to go to church, don't you?
You have to go, didn't you? Yeah.
You have to carry a flag.
That's it.
I don't know if you did. You have to carry a flag down the middle.
Yeah.
But I'm not a religious person. No, I wouldn't say I go to church and my
have
uncle
you thought about your funeral?
We were on about this other day, no?
Oh, no, Kenny and Craig, I'll mention it. Have you thought cremation or burial? Prepaid plan? No, you haven't thought about
I'm
it.
not yet. I'm fucking 51. Fuck me. I'm not going to start thinking about that till I get to at least 60.
You know prices of it. Jesus Christ.
Did you rob the NatWest in Leeds? No, I robbed the Yorkshire Bank in Leeds.
LPC says, did you go to Scouts with pugs?
No, we've heard about this, no, because I didn't have my nipples tweaked.
Oh, dear.
We said this, and we're tweaking my mum's instead.
Oh, dear. What about politics? Politics? Do you
no, I'm not massive in politics. They are, yes. Everybody pisses in everybody else's.
Well, when I was working, you had to be in a union. So, amalgamated engineering union. So, if you want in the union, you can do this, that, and striking and all that. So, were you in a union through your job?
I was. Well, because you didn't have to be in a union but when I got made redundant and I went to be a milkman, they didn't have a union there. But when I went to work at Tannery, I worked at a tannery for 18 months. Yeah, I worked at a tannery for 18 months, yeah. On machines. Yeah.
Is that where
I was in a union then?
Leather and that.
Yeah. I was sprayer for the leather.
What, with piss? I thought they cured it.
No, right. So what happens is, right, so you have a wet end.
Cured it with piss or something. Hang on.
No problems, Herb. I can do that for you. We can do that. I can drop some nuts. And there might not be 9 nuts because, you know what I mean? I'm not that old where they're sagging down yet. Do you know what I mean? They're still quite purr to my bollocks.
So go on. What happens with the
so yeah, I went to work at a tannery. So after I did milkman, I needed some more money, and I went to work at a tannery on machines. And what happens is, so when the leather comes in, so does anybody like pork pies? Do you like pork pies? Anybody in chat like pork pies? So put the what is it in? So it comes in as a side of fucking leather, as a side of a fucking cow. Do you know what I mean? And then what they do is they put it through a big tumbler that washes it in a sort of a thing, and then they scrape all the fat off the skin. So it goes through a machine that's Yes, that goes outside in a big vat outside, and that's what goes off to make your gelatine. I've never had a pork pie since I fucking saw that.
Yeah.
Never had a pork pie. Because, like I say, all that jelly, all that fat that comes off the back of there, then it's outside, the flies are fucking buzzing around it. It's no cover over it. It just comes out and goes in this big vat, and then that goes away to a fucking company that does whatever to it, and that makes your gelatine for your pork pies. I was like, fuck that. I'm never eating pork pies again. So I haven't since I worked there. And then it goes down, the buff it, they take the skin off, they get it down to check all hairs off of it, buffer it, and then it comes down to my end where I spray all the pigment on it. Used to do Louis Vuitton. Leather.
All right. I take it.
And you know, it's shut down. It shut down.
It smelled stink though in there though. It stinks.
At the wet end, it fucking stunk. My end were all right, so we finished. It was just spray paint. It just smelled like spray paint. And do you know what the difference between Doc Martens and Louis Vuitton paint, Louis Vuitton leather?
No.
Is one extra coat of paint and the print that they press on it. The print comes down. It's some big sheets of metal. And it's got the Louis Vuitton special print. Yeah. It comes down and presses on it, and then that goes into it used to go into a special room where they tacked it to get all the little fibers off of it and all that lot. And then it goes through another roller coat, and then it goes on a lacquer. That's all difference between Doc Marten and Louis Vuitton leather. Yeah, it's one extra coat and an extra top of lacquer. So you're paying, Louis Vuitton, you're paying all that money for the Doc Marten boots. Because it's the same process as Doc Martens.
I've had a bit of a career change through in career, haven't they?
Yeah, no, that's about it. I went back to doing pipe. I'm a pipe fitter welder by trade. That's what my apprentice was. So I was doing pipe fitting, and then I worked down in London for 5 years. Just working away, 5 years solid working away.
Oh, you got some big books and working down there.
Oh, mate, we're great. Fucking best. Can you imagine that? I'm 23. I'm going down to London. Okay, well, we're nearly 24 because I'd just come back into it after I did 18 months at Tannery. I did a year, so 21, 22, 21 and a half, went there and then did the year and a bit thing. So about 23 and a half, 24, went down to figgy pudding. Yeah, I did have some figgy pudding down at fucking London. Bring out some figgy pudding. It was quite nice, actually. It's like a big slab of cake. You just get it from, what is it for my dinner? So like a big fucking sweet cake.
You have jelly deals?
No, I didn't do that.
Buy a mash with liquor?
No, because I don't. No.
There's a pie and mash shop in Leeds. I noticed that last time I were in Leeds.
Oh, I don't know. I've not seen. I've not been in Leeds for ages. But yeah, I worked down London, so I got bored of working down there. Money, what's it for him?
Right, 15 minutes left, Simon. Ask him if he shaves his ass.
No, I don't. Have shaved my ass at one point. Only problem is I'm hairy. I'm very hairy. I'm like a Neanderthal man. I've got hairs coming out of everywhere. I've got more hair now on my back than I have on my fucking head.
Get a transplant.
It's fucking, I'm going to let it grow for when I get older. I can pull it up off my back and just stick it over my head. Oh, that's what I'm doing. So yeah, I have shaved my ass once, but it comes back and it prickles when you sit down on your underpants. I've not waxed. No, I've waxed my nose and I've waxed my ears. That's about it. So yes, I did 5 years down there in London.
What were digs like? We made a dig student.
So basically, you got to make your extra money up. You got paid dig money, and dig money was £20 a night plus £5. This is how long ago it was. £20 a night plus £5 food money. So you got £25 a night. So I've stopped in some right dodgy places. I've stopped in places where fleas wouldn't fucking stop in. Just because it were like 12 quid a night in middle of London.
Jeez. So did you go clubbing down there then?
Oh mate, you've not else to do. We stopped at Shepherd. I was down there. I did 6 months. We're stopping at Shepherd's Bush, and there was Walkabout Bar right at the top. Just me and my mate, who were I were fitter, and he were my mate. They call them mates. He were like me assistant, and we stopped there, and we used to go out every night. Basically, I nearly got shot out by. So when you're going down, what is it? There's a through Hyde Park. There's horses are stabled there in Hyde Park, and to get to where we're working at Upper Brook Street, which is banging the posh end next door to American Embassy, and we're doing up this place. And I drove through there, I was pissed up, and I didn't see them come out on horses, and nearly knocked them all down. They nearly shot me.
Jesus Christ! Did you get done?
I missed them about that fucking much. Just went straight past them. These fucking people were like, yeah, fuck it. I'm like, sorry, didn't see you. I'm pissed. Earls Court, yeah, we stopped up there at Earls Court. Stopped at Seven Sisters. That was a right laugh. Seven Sisters. The hotel had a nightclub underneath it at Seven Sisters.
Right.
So you went to the nightclub and then went up to your room.
Yeah. Dear me. I never copyright. Have you ever been in trouble with the law?
No, I'm a good lad.
Good lad.
I'm a good lad.
Speeding
dead boys. No. I shouldn't say I haven't been in trouble with the law. I got done for jumping a red light, and I got done for driving with no insurance. Don't ever do that. That's fucking 9 points on your license.
Junior support. Oh no, Mr. Magoo. Don Magoo. dear. Oh dear. Holidays. Do you like going abroad then? You've just come back, haven't you, recently from a holiday abroad?
Benidorm. Yeah, I went for Benidorm for 4 days. Yeah. To be honest with you, it's hard when you've got an house in that lot to have extra money to go. Used to have a caravan in Skeggy. That was family one. Yeah. But bought it with my mum. My mum had one for years. And then I bought a newer one, and then we got kicked off at site because it was too old.
Oh, you're only allowed like 10 years or something?
They changed it. It was council-owned caravan site, but run by another company. And when we first put it on, they said, we used to have it at an Avon Warner, which is same as Butlins originally. And then they kicked us off, and we moved it to the next one that's side of us, which were council-owned. And they said, oh, yeah, right, dodgy thing, we sold them it for £1. You sold your caravan to them for £1, and then you bought it back off of them for £1 to put it on their site. It were fucking dodgy as fuck. So it were on there. It were on there, and then so we had that. You know, just before lockdown.
All right.
About the 2019. So it were the beginning of 2019 when we got rid of it. So yes, we spend time down there.
We're going to YouTube story. So what made you start your channel then?
What made me start my channel? Watching other reviewers that told you something were good and it was shit.
Right.
That's honestly that's what it was. I working out last night when I first started in 2014.
2014.
Yeah. On CE4s. I will have a look back for when, because my first sub-home tank was Subtank Mini, and Subtank Mini came out in 2015. That's when all the reviews come out, and that's what I watched reviews. No, I'm not naming and shaming who it was. No, I bought an Aspire thing, and it was shit. It was shit. It was one of my first reviews that I think I did. It was proper shit. They said it was best thing since sliced bread. It fucking leaked everywhere when you try to fill it up. It fucking pissed juice all over you. It was shit. And I was that pissed off. I thought, fuck this. I'm doing a fucking, I'm doing a video on this. So that was when I decide I'm going to do a video. No, it wasn't Atlantis. I never had Atlantis. I bought a Kankatech Subtank Mini. That was my first one.
When did you decide to do live shows then? Because do you prefer doing the live shows to doing the reviewing?
No, if I had time, I'd do more reviewing, but I do like the live shows. But you must have changed your ways, mate. It wasn't a Spy, but it wasn't the Nautilus, it wasn't the Atlantis. It was one of their pen things, and yeah.
So yeah, did you start going in Zoom rooms before then?
No, mate. I tell you what happened, right? Hip Hop, you all right, mate? I'd watched obviously lives when I first did it, and I wanted to do a live show, and obviously I didn't want to do it on my own, so I approached Danny.
Yeah,
that was the first person that I thought of. I approached him. I went down to his shop, saw him.
On Firth.
On Firth, his original shop. Yeah, next to Co-op. And then I jumped in with him and said to him, and he was doing Salford Vapors at the time.
That's right, yeah.
On a Friday night. So I asked him, would you come on with me? And he said, yeah. So obviously he left Salford's and jumped on with me on a Sunday night. And that went Northern Union Vape Show. And then we got
how many Northern Union have you done now?
3 years we've been going near enough.
3 years.
3 years. Yeah.
150 odd then. Yeah.
Yeah. It's yeah. And then so that was Danny, and then Ian came on with us after third show, I think it was. Ian came on, and then obviously we've had different casters: Blazing, Steve, we've had fucking James. James came on fifth, sixth or seventh or something like that, and then we just gone on like that. And then mixing show. I've always wanted to do a mixing show. I've always done I've done mixing. Even though the lads always say I never fucking mix, I have done mixing. They always jig at that. It's just I don't have time. And then so I jumped on. So I started the mixing show up and got Bill to come on with it first one, and then Bobo put in chat, said, "Oh, I'd love to come on." And then Bobo said, "I've got a friend that does mixing. He's a really good mixer."
Oh no! I know what you're going to say now.
He says he's really shy.
Well, what?
He's really shy, and he's not really sure about doing it. So this went on for about 2 weeks when we're asking him, and he's like, "No, he's really shy. I've asked him, and then lo and behold, it's fucking net reality. You can't get him off the fucking internet.
It depends what version you get, now, doesn't it? It depends what.
It does, yes, it does. It does, yeah. But number one is very shy.
Dear me.
So so that was net reality that came on. And then obviously we've got Liam and we got what is it on there? Tim.
So I think we're in a good place now with these community shows. What's going on? We seem to be all getting on and promoting each other, which is good for the.
Yeah. It is good. It is good that we're all together.
Yeah. So then, you're looking forward to Expo then? So
I am, mate. I am. I'm looking forward to meeting everybody again. Do you know what I mean? Because you don't see everybody. Do you know what I mean?
So you would have Expo, didn't you? I didn't see Inchcliffe, like. I don't know. Did you?
I saw Inchcliffe. I did on the way out. I was on my way home.
You know, when you were going, you went about, I don't know, 3:45, and you left your keys and you had to come back for them.
I did, yeah. I forgot all my stuff and fucking.
Mr. Inchcliffe, you weren't there then.
It was up at the top when I saw him. It was up at the stall having a look at stuff, and I walked past.
Right.
Yeah, he's very sad because he watches too much porn. He's blind because he watches too much porn.
For sure, we're getting new haircut and priest uniform. Pipe down, son, pipe down. So yeah.
It says, Paul says, I want there for 10 minutes of free shit.
Did you get some free shit? You did, didn't you?
I did, yeah. And Luke says, asking me about the sofa at Expo. There was a sofa that had a fucking hole in it. I sat in it and fell down it.
What?
My legs were like that. I went to sit down, had my sandwich, and went fucking straight through the seat.
So, have you got any tips for Expo parking wise? Because
yourparking.com. It's £15. I've paid from 7:30 on the Saturday till 4:30 on the Sunday, and it's costing me £15, which that'd have been 40. I think it's 40 quid or something. Is that because it's £20 for 12 hours? At what is it?
I thought it was
24 hours. 12. It's 24 hours. 24 hours. It's 20 quid to pay at Expo. So I booked mine at yourparking.com.
So we've not 2 minutes to go. So what's next for Benny Vapes' channel? Any plans in the pipeline?
No, like I say, I want to do a different channel doing cheap shit where I buy fucking cheap shit and show it. Because I bought a drill from Lidl that's really good. That was only 30 quid. So I want to do stuff like that.
Only pisses me off. You have to buy the battery separate.
Yes, you do. Yeah, but the batteries are only fucking cheap.
Cheap.
So yeah, with it, just how it's going now, just keep it going. Live shows, and hopefully start getting back to doing some reviewing. Because I've got stuff to review. Not a great deal, but I've got stuff to review, so I need to get out and start doing more of my Instagram and you know what I mean, things like that. So that's the idea. Summer. My worst time is winter. My worst time is winter because I'm busy. Because it's I've had to drop shows at last minute and things like that because I get called out when I'm on call out. Okay. So yeah.
Right, it's getting up to 10 o'clock, I think. So all the guys in chat. I don't know how you put that link in to take him over to our show. I'm going to ask you that.
You have to do it on when you set it up.
Oh, ridiculous. You know me, technical.
Yeah,
stuff.
you have to set it up when you. So they've got to put the show on before you set yours up.
Oh right.
Yeah, more liquid reviews. I've got 2 coming out, Angela. I have got 2 coming out for you. I've got these, and my next one's coming out. Nasty Juice, Naughty Juice. I've got them coming up.
Only fans Benny Vapes.
Yeah. You want to see my? You might want to see my chippy tits.
Chippy tits. Oh, I wish I had that photo it showed us the other week. That Mankini at Rugby Do.
Rugby Do, yeah, my Mankini.
So then, guys, don't forget to go over to Craig and Kenny's, and they've got Fagan on. So give them a support, guys. And then I'd like to thank Benny Vapes for coming on. Much a pleasure. We've got a bit more about you tonight, Benny. So thanks for being a sport for that.
No problem, mate. No problem.
And we'll see you all. You've got Benny's mixing show on this week. No,
I've got a mixing show. No Sunday show because obviously I'm working. I'll call out this weekend. So I'm covering both domestic and commercial. So
Friday we've got the proper live show on with the lads. I don't think Green will be on this week again. I don't know. No, and then we've got the Saturday show on Saturday. No Northern Union on, and then Monday back to the Layback Vape show, and then Mick be back next week, and my next one-to-one with Savage, it might be on a Tuesday. So I've only done the last 2 Mondays because Benny and Mick were available on them days. So let's get me outro sorted. Right, Benny. Cheers, mate.
Cheers, mate. Thanks for having it on. Yeah, no problem.
We'll see you next time. Bye for now.